Hello, everyone. Welcome to this podcast with your host, Rosie K. Today, we are diving into the world of the ThisKindaGirl.co.uk website, and I'm going to be sharing with you the recent update that it's had, and also why it is I've decided to change things up, what you can expect. So I'm really going to be pulling back the curtains as to how ThisKindaGirl.co.uk can help you start on your swinger journey. If you haven't listened to one of my podcasts before, if you haven't seen me do one of these, then these podcasts are what I record over in TKG Club. And to be honest with you all, I usually dive into subjects which are a bit more spicy and exciting than this. And usually I talk about kind of real life swinger experiences. I talk about taboo subjects and topics associated with sex, relationships, intimacy, the lifestyle. And also, I talk about my experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly of swinging. But today, we are talking all about this kind of girl website and what it's all about and why I've decided to change it, and also some of my failings as well. Because one of the reasons I decided to change things was because I got so many things wrong, essentially. This podcast is available to all users. I usually only release podcasts. In-depth podcast for TKG Club members and members of CNM Forest Premium, where I also host an exclusive space. Um, but I decided why not make it available for everyone. So first of all, if you are unfamiliar with the world of Rosie K and this kind of girl, um, I want to share with you that This Kind of Girl is my website. It's where I first started. It started as a blog site, and from there it has grown and grown. And one of the things which I want to share with you all is that although I'm quite an accomplished writer and content creator, and I make a lot of video, I do podcasts, I make a lot of resources, I write prolifically about the lifestyle, and I coach as well, and I make resources. I'm not very good at um, web tech based things. All right. And one of the things I realized very early on was that I had very limited, no knowledge really, of how the world of websites and setting them up and stuff worked. That's not my skill set. So I did seek quite a lot of help off different people, and I worked with somebody for a long time who was helping me, working for me. And since then, I've kind of like grown, and but now I've decided to relaunch the site. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you during part of this podcast, to show you kind of what to expect and where the features are. So if you're new to your swinger lifestyle journey, if you haven't yet dipped your toe in, as some of you are in this position now, whether you're a couple or a single person, man or woman, or however you identify, if you're new on your swinger lifestyle journey, I started This Kind of Girl because I wanted to help people like you. Because when I first started in the lifestyle, which was well over 10 years ago now, there was no help, there was no information, there was nobody putting information out there about the lifestyle, good or bad. There was some swinger clubs, websites, there was swinger dating sites, but there wasn't really anybody talking about it, blogging about it. Um, Podcasting, making YouTube video. There's nothing like that out there. And that's one reason why I decided to start because by that point I'd learned so much and also I'd experienced so many negative things and got things so wrong, that I knew exactly how I wanted to help people and why. That's why I decided to help people. And if you're new to the lifestyle, I know how very daunting it can be. But a lot of people actually come to me from a place of already exploring the lifestyle a little bit. Perhaps they've been to a swingers club, perhaps they've already swapped with a couple, perhaps they've been looking online for a few months, maybe they've met up with people already, and then they start encountering difficulties. And when I first started my coaching, I originally thought I would be helping people who were brand new. What I didn't realize was that a lot of people were coming to me from a place of having already explored a little bit on their own, but they realized it was a lot more difficult and there were a lot more obstacles than what they had first anticipated. So I ended up working with people who were already kind of exploring the lifestyle, or already had some experiences and were now facing obstacles. So these are the main two types of people that I work with. It's not just complete newbies, it's people who are perhaps, maybe they've been to a club and they're facing difficulties, or maybe they've met up with people. They're not new essentially to the lifestyle. And then this surprised me as well. But luckily for whoever you are, whatever kind of stage you're at, there is help, there is guidance out there, and you can find it all on the site. So right now, I am going to share my screen with you all so you know exactly what it is I am talking about. Let me share. So here we have the This Kind of Girl site. I know that a lot of people use it online, sorry, use it on their phones. One thing that I was conscious of when I was building this site or when I was working with the web architects who built the site was that users often, we all use our smartphones these days, so it needed to be smartphone friendly and tablet friendly as well. So that's one thing I was conscious of. That's something that hadn't even occurred to me all those years ago. So this is the new site. It's not that different to to the old site in that the branding is the same, a lot of the colors are the same, the fonts is the same, things like that. Some of the information is carried across, but a lot of it is new. So this is the site. As you can see here, and on each segment, I have included a welcome video as well for you all. If you're wondering about why it is, I have motorbikes in the background. I'm a massive biker. Yes, this is mine. Um, so yeah, and this office is yeah, it's just another great space to work in and film in. So I did one of the videos in that office. So as I was saying before, um, how can this kind of girl help my swinger lifestyle journey? Regardless of where you are in your journey, you can find help here, and there's a few different ways that I can help you explain there. I talk about the coaching that I do, and also I am working on a brand new masterclass course. Last year, I ran a coaching course, an 8-week coaching course with people who were starting in the lifestyle. And it was very successful. People really enjoyed it. And I decided to that turn a lot of the information that I shared with people and the resources into a downloadable course, a self-paced course. So you don't have to sign up and turn up every week for it as people did. Instead, you can simply take the information and download it and use it whenever you have time. So this is something I'm working on. So the TKG Swing Start Masterclass, and that's some of the feedback that people gave me that they would much prefer to download all of the content and work through the course at their own pace. So that's something which I'm also creating. It's nearly ready. It should be ready in the next few weeks. And also there's information there about the members club. I'll talk about that in a minute. Um, this is all information about TKG Club. We'll talk about that in a minute. But there's also public offerings as well. If you're not ready to sign up for something, if you're not sure quite which path you want to go down, there's blog articles, there's videos, and there's also information there about the CNM for Us page. So that's the home page there. And then if you click on the About, you've got the About Rosie K, which I know people are always curious about. And then there's the my personal journey, which explains why I'm the way I am. And then there's the My Journey to Coaching as well. So if you can click on any of those and have a look, and explains how I got into coaching, why I decided to turn my experiences into a business, and also it talk about like some of the challenges I faced as well. Um, there's a little bit there about my personal journey and what that was like. Realizing that monogamy and being a straight woman wasn't for me. So that's there. And there's also in the About Rosie K different podcasts that I've appeared on because I've done quite a few. Also newspapers that I've been involved in. And there's also yeah, different podcasts and I've been on TV as well. You can find that about that here. So yeah, it's all there, and also kind of publications that I've created, books I've written. But yeah, it's all there. I'm not going to blow my own trumpet any more than that. So when you click on the coaching, um, you can find out more about my coaching here. Some feedback I got from the old site was that it was quite difficult to understand the different coaching and the pages because I had 3 different pages for men, for women, and for couples. But this is kind of all in one place. So it's much easier to understand. Again, I have a video here explaining it if you don't want to read about it. Everything is explained in that video, or you could watch both. And this basically is a breakdown of what you're going to learn because, again, some feedback I had was that people weren't sure what they were going to get by working with me. So there's information here about the roadmap for swinger lifestyle success, and these are some of the most of these topics that we cover. Sometimes some people bring new things to the table. Um, but these are all the different subjects that we cover. And it's pretty much the same for couples and for single people as well. There's a lot to cover, and that's something which I think a lot of people don't always understand. Um, so yeah, they're all the different subjects that we might cover in coaching sessions. And as you can see, it's an ongoing journey. It's not just like one session. People have to, you have to be prepared to work with me over a course of, a few weeks to achieve what it is you're wanting to. And then there's buttons here if you want to book an initial consultation. If you're sold on it, if you're excited about it, you can book here. Um, and also another steps you can take as well. Different types of coaching that I offer. I offer different sessions and different things that I do. So you can find out more about that here. And then also here is the thing for the Swing Start Masterclass, the button for the Swing Start Masterclass. Um, Again, I have a video all about it there, which explains it. Um, I'm not going to talk too much about that because I will have more videos about this and I will be doing a big announcement when it's ready. But again, a lot of the different courses. It's actually an 8 week. There's more than 6 modules, but I've got bonus material in there as well for people. So yeah, it's all in there about what you get. You also get all of these resources, and you also get my Swinger Lifestyle Blueprint. That I created, which is all the secrets of my most successful coaching clients. I've been coaching people for quite a few years now, and some people are really, really successful in lifestyle. And I've taken this and I've kind of dissected each case and I've looked at what have they possessed, what traits have they possessed, what have they done, what actions have they taken to um to kind of like boost their success and to grow their connections and to be accepted in lifestyle and to flourish in the lifestyle. And I've looked at these key uh, features that each person has had, both single men, single women, and couples, and I've written them in this Bible, which is why it's called the Bible, because it gives you all of the secrets. That people are kind of like secrets that people that the characteristics that people possess, the steps they've taken, and it's all in there, and that's part of the masterclass course, access to that. So it's pretty good. Like it's pretty good. Nobody else really gets access to that. It's only, my coaching clients don't get that. It's only people who get the course. And also with the masterclass courses, there's also, if you sign up for a particular tier, there's also um, access to the TKG community on CNM for Us as well. You get a lot of these, as you can see, juicy, exciting podcasts, blog articles for you to devour. All about my experiences and, as I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's all about the Swing Start Masterclass. Um, if you are going to talk about TKG Club in a minute, if you're not sure what it's like working with me, and or maybe you're worried about like, how does it work? How do we sit down? How do we talk about like lifestyle? How's it going to happen? You can read these success stories because these people who've come to me, who I've written about here, are in your position now. They're either brand new to the lifestyle or they've already had a little look, but they're not sure whether it's them or maybe they've had a few experiences. And so these are swinger success stories I have from single men, not just UK based. Some people have been based in other parts of the world as well. Um, Sean was from the US. He actually lived in New York. So again, and Mike lived over in the Netherlands. Um, so yeah, there's lots of different kind of success stories. You can find about what problems they were facing, how I helped them, and also what the outcome was and what they then went on to achieve. And it's really lovely to give those a read. And again, there's like US-based couples. These were a couple from Texas who I worked with. So yeah, lots of different stories for you to read. And also if you want to read some testimonies as well, about people I've worked with, people I've advised, people who've been part of TKG Club, and also current members of TKG Club as well. You can read about it there. And there's frequently asked questions as well there. Now, one piece of feedback that I got from people, um, and again, this was a massive oversight and mistake on my part, was that people were writing to me saying they couldn't access the ThisKindaGirl site. They saying they were struggling with the login, they didn't understand how it worked, they were facing problems, they were being locked out. I took that on board and I've scrapped the whole login, sign up to read content system because again, it simply didn't work. This is something that I got wrong and I apologize for that, but I listened to the feedback that people sent me. And I've made the blog articles so much easier to find. This is another thing people said. They said they couldn't find the blog articles. You know, sometimes I'd recommend a blog article to somebody and they couldn't find it on the site. Um, so here we are. So for example, let's click on starting swinging. And here we have blog category starting swinging, and you can click on any of these to start reading about them. And it really does give you an overview of what it's like, but also, you know, three common concerns women have. That's a very popular blog article, as you can well imagine. Um, there's also a lifestyle glossary if perhaps you've heard some terminologies and you're not sure. Um, so that's all there. And there's also swinging in the UK as well, and also one on ENM relationships because it's not just swingers who I work with, it's people in all types of ethically non-monogamous relationships, just that swingers make up a large capacity of who I work with. It's the most popular option for people. So here we are, ENM relationships. So if you want to find out more about what ethical non-monogamy is, or maybe you're not a swinger, but you want to be ethically non-monogamous, or it feels right for you, you can find out a lot more about it here. So it's all there. Um, so we've got things about like open relationships. We've got things about what is ethical non-monogamy, what's the difference between ethical and non-ethical non-monogamy. Got something about jealousy there. So yeah, it's all there. And all of these blog articles are completely free to read. You simply have to click here and then select the one you want. Now, there's also another thing that I make, and I told you I was a prolific writer, is video workshops and also downloadable workshops. Now, all of these workshops that I have are available over in my TKG Club and premium area on CNM Plus. If you're a member of TKG Club, you get all of these included. And I do workshops every week, and I've been doing that for years. So as you can well imagine, there are hundreds of workshops to dive into. As you can see, we've got threesome workshops. We've got how to act in sex positive spaces workshop. We've got a dress down club workshop that I did. We have got swinger lifestyle problem solving, how to talk to couples and how to start swinging successfully workshop, how to meet genuine swingers workshop, how to host swinger parties if you're ready for that. So yeah, there's also a masterclass videos that I did there that are included in TKG Club. So absolutely loads of content over in TKG Club, so much more so than you kind of get normally. And there's also here the more video. I love making video because as well as doing workshop, I also, as I said, include or create podcast as well. And I absolutely love doing podcasts. Again, I've been doing this for many years now and on a weekly basis. So there's loads and loads to dive into. Some are um, some topics are member generated in that they, you know, these are topics people, members of TKG Club will write to me and they'll ask me for my thoughts or experiences of, or have they encountered this, or maybe it's a problem that they themselves are facing. Other things are things like double standards in the swinger lifestyle. I love talking about double standards. Um, and also kind of like different taboo subjects such as male escorts in the lifestyle I have here. Escorts is one that people love love it when I talk about, and I talk about my own experiences of that as well. And there's also I did one on people who we don't think have sex, which was really interesting one, and I talked to some less able-bodied people and also people of different ages and things that we don't think have sex but do. We have a Valentine's Day special there, one that I did. So yeah, there's absolutely loads of workshops, of podcasts, all available in TKG Club, and they're only available there as well. Um, so now let's move on to guides. Let's click on guides and see what happens there. Now, another problem that people were facing was that the guide that I had, the free guide that I was creating, some people managed to download it, some people didn't, and this was not good enough for me. I wanted to make sure everybody had access to the same information and could access the guide. So I've written, and also the guide, the information was outdated, it wasn't very comprehensive. I wrote it when I first started my journey. So I completely scrapped that and wrote a brand new one for for you called 15 Top Tips in Getting Started in the Lifestyle. Yes, it's for couples. Yes, it's for single men and single women as well. You will still find information useful. I know it says couples there, but to be honest with you, all people can learn from the knowledge that's inside this guide. Um, it is a lot more comprehensive than the other one. It includes a lot more detailed advice, and also like I've learned a lot more over the last, nearly 5 years now that I've been doing this. Um, so there's a lot more information in there, and there's also a lot more top tips. And as I said, inside information about the world of swinger clubs, about approaching people, about making profiles online, about communication with your partner or with other people in the lifestyle. So it's all there. And to get hands on that, click on this link here. This will take you to the CNM for Us page, which is the community that I'm part of, the online swinger community. You can sign up for free for CNM for Us, but you also have to enter your email address. And then you get the guide essentially. It's really it's really simple to get it. Don't worry at all about having to sign up for CM for Us. It's a free site. You don't have to worry like, am I going to be charged for this? Am I going to have to hand? No, not at all. The barrier entry for getting this guide is extremely low. All I ask is for your email address. And then once you've signed up for it, of course, you get sent my newsletter, which I send out every week, where I include information about new podcast episode, about new articles, about case studies of people that I'm working with, and also, what's coming up, parties, events, and also different experiences that I had. And really, it's just a kind of like an overview of what's been happening that week. Also in the newsletter, there's of course hints, tips, and advice about the lifestyle, and also I talk about real swingers and real people who've contacted me. Because not everybody contacts me, um, sharing good with good vibes. So sometimes I like to talk about those in my email. Um, so yeah, we've spoke about those already, and now we're going to look at the Join TKG Club. So another thing which people complained to me about was being unsure about how to join TKG Club and how it worked. So I have addressed that issue for you. Again, we have another video of me there. See that? And if you want to watch the video, you can do. So this page explains exactly what it is you can find over in my TKG Club, which is hosted now on CNM4 Us. The reason that I've decided to host on CNN Us is because not only does it give you access to all of the resources, all of the guides, the workshops, the podcast, all these things, but also you're already part of a swinger lifestyle community because it's more than just a site for members, it's a site for members of the wider community. You get access to different swinger club listings, obviously to different individuals, to couples, to different kind of area groups. So you can find swingers in your area, and it's a much more thriving and exciting community than simply, another place to get content from. It's an actual living, breathing swinger dating site with features of social media. So that's why I wanted to move it over to CNM for Us. You get access to a wider community and more resources, more information. So really, it's a win-win for people. And here you can find out kind of what you can expect from TKG Club, what awaits you, and also how do you join. So TKG Club is hosted on CNM for Us. You can sign up to CNM for Us for free, but this doesn't necessarily mean that you get access to TKG Club. And it explains that all here. If you want access to TKG Club, it's $25 dollars a month to be part of it. But you can sign up for CNM for Us for free, but you just don't get access to TKG Club. So you just can choose one of those options when you sign up as well. But it's up to you if you want to sign up. I would love to have you there. The workshops and the guides, they are available to purchase. The podcasts are not available to purchase individually, but the workshops and the guides are available to purchase. But by the time you've watched one or two workshops, you will have you would have paid more than $25. So yeah. Um, it's up to you. So that's basically how the new TKG site works. It's much more straightforward. It's much more simplistic to navigate your way around. You no longer have to scroll through all of those blog articles to find stuff. Um, so yeah, that's what it's all about. And also, in time, I will be moving everything that's currently in the TKG club. I'll be moving even more content over to CNM for us. And basically giving people more access to more things. But I'm really excited about growing the TKG Club community on CNN Plus and implementing features of that site and hosting things like, group calls, speed dating events, and also matching people as well, which I think would be really beneficial for people. Also on CNN for Us, I want to point out that you can also become a verified member on there and you can have a verified call with me. So if you're struggling to make connections online, if you're struggling to be noticed, having a badge on your profile that says you're a verified member because you've sat down with me and had a call with me, that is something that I provide over on CNN for Us as well as a service to people. Um, so yeah, it's pretty exciting, and I don't think there's any sites which really do that. So it makes you stand out from the crowd. But you can find out more about CNN for Us by following any of the links to the website on there, on here. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope I haven't confused you too much. Um, but yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Thank you very much for watching, and also thank you very much for being with me and your continued support in all that I do here at This Kind of Girl. And it's because of the fact that I'm growing all the time, and I'm growing my business, I'm growing my coaching, and I'm kind of expanding and um, branching out and like offering the masterclass. So it's because of these things that I now have decided to change the site as well. If things stayed the same, then I would never get a chance to grow. And if people were interested in my work and wanted me to, wanted deeper access to my site and wanted more content, then I would never have the inspiration to get up and change these things. So that's another reason why. So thank you very much for being part of my journey, and thank you for encouraging me to create better resources for people. So, with that, I shall leave you all. If you want to find out more about TKG Club, I urge for you to hit that button right there. Or if you want to find out about coaching, you can hit there. I'm just gonna come out of this. There we are. So thank you very much again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I shall see you all next time for another video that I'm making here on YouTube. If you're a member of TKT Club, you can look forward to my video next week that I'll be making when I talk all about does swinger sex replace regular sex in a relationship? That's the topic that I'm diving into in next week's TKG Club podcast. And if you remember, I shall see you all there.